Now we're cooking with flammable liquids. I've got a full complement of all the special weapons and... That is quite enough out of you. Hip, hip, hip. There, that's better. So, nice! Slash Claw. Didn't used to be a weapon I liked all that much. Short range, can't do a lot with it, but it's very powerful. Cuts through multiple enemies at once. What? What? Cool. That was 3 enemies right there. Oh, and the show offery is here to stay. Bam! This stage exemplifies why special weapons really make or break a Mega Man game. Not only is it arguably more fun to bust out the special weapons here, but relying entirely on the regular blaster makes this stage almost unreasonably challenging. These platforms alone are enough to make your head spin. They're a combination of elements from Gutsman, Crashman, and Brightman stages, which makes them fairly complex. Throw on top of that enemies whose positions and patterns are pretty tricky to deal with the regular blaster, and it becomes almost overwhelming. So, therefore, concordantly, ergo, use special weapons. Wily needs to hire a new electrician because these floor sensors turn off the lights when you stand on them. That's not how it's supposed to be. How do you even live in a place like this? Boppity 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 bop. Say what you will about Mega Man 2 having the best castle music in the series, that was a little close. It's tough to top, but Mega Man 7? I would say the first castle theme is a contender. Well, that was interesting. It's really good. It's dark, it's ominous, and it's got that little bit of anxious heroism in there. Love it. Dr. Light, where are my spike-proof feet? Please? This stage exudes atmosphere. You spend half the time in the dark, which works well with the music, and Dr. Wily invites you to a confrontation by lowering the drawbridge, foobity-boobity-boo, and letting you in through the front door? When has that ever happened? I swear, riding Rush Jet through here is a little trickier than it looks. I'm not really taking the easy path out, and to prove it, I'll throw myself off a cliff. See, look at how dangerous this is! Yes, this is just a small sample of my avian ally's ability in this game, to wet your beat whistle. Too heavy! The poor bird is out of shape, and will let you go if you take too long to fly to safety. It's an unusual case of a fat beat dropping you. Interestingly, Thunder Bibbidi Bolt doesn't light up this room the way it does in Shademan's stage, which feels almost like an oversight. You've got 2 sections of the game that are submerged in darkness, but there's only one where you can impact anything with the special weapons. Feels like there's something missing, you know? I hope you're watching this video, Mega Man 3 and 6. This is how you hide an E-Tank. Looks tempting, but it'll probably get you killed if you're not careful. That's the way to do it. You are far too weak, Mega Man. Wily may fear you, but I do not! Sorry. The natural inclination would be to challenge base Buster Raw Buster, but realistically this room is made for special weapons. Noise Crush is wonderful here, but maybe it's not your style. Try out Freeze Cracker, Danger Wrap, the Super Adapter, Not Getting Shot. Base can be very tricky both to dodge and hit, but he's susceptible to a wide array of attacks. Don't limit yourself to something that's not working. And he does have a bit of a pattern. Notice how he only fires when Mega Man is directly in his line of sight? Oh yeah. Round numero uno goes to you, Mega Man, but I'll be back with cough drops and an accent I can maintain for any length of time. Can I say this enough? Use special weapons. They increase the replay value, alter the difficulty of the challenges, and the feel of the gameplay in general. And though overcoming difficult challenges can definitely be satisfying, there's something to be said for the sheer joy of obliterating your foes with overwhelming firepower. Love that slash holding effect thing. The slashy... Let's go fight a boss. Wily keeps bringing Gutsman back, and this is my least favorite incarnation of him. He's not poorly designed, he's just a bully. These rocks hurt you a lot, as rocks are wont to do. His head is his only vulnerable spot, and he'll charge and corner you. You can push him back by pelting him with enough buster shots, but if you're too slow, he'll remind you of his roots as a construction robot by attempting to remodel your head. Ouch. Fortunately, Slash Claw does a good amount of damage against him, and it can be used to slice up the rocks before they hit you. Or, if you'd like to try a bolder tactic, you can hit the rocks before he launches them to launch them back at him. To me, this battle is all about haste. Dodge as best as you can, but take him out as quickly as possible. And as a side note, I'm getting a little tired of boss battles where things are falling from the ceiling between Junkman, Freeze Man, Slash Man, and now Gutsman G. It's getting to be a little much. Here, you look like you could use an arm. Maybe? You don't want it? Not compatible? No, I'll take it back. Well, one more try, in case you change your mind. No? Okay. Going back to the music, appropriately because there is no music. Ah, there you are. That's one more thing about Mega Man 7 that's different, but not necessarily bad. Compositionally, this soundtrack is every bit as energetic, percussive, melodic, and complex as any other Mega Man game soundtrack. Some of the tunes are catchier than others, but the tempo, arrangement of notes, etc. are completely in line with what you hear elsewhere in the series. It's the instrument set that's arguably out of place. Mega Man 7 has impressed digitized cats into choral service, for one thing. Turtle! And the overall sound is a little cartoony. At the very least, it's different from the screaming guitars of the Mega Man X series and the blips, bleeps, cheeps, chirps, and blurps cool of the NES games. And I think the differentness is actually what turns people off about this soundtrack, not the tunes themselves. Lots of neat stuff going on here, and I'm talking over all of it. If you don't believe me about the music, not about the talking over it, nice, try searching around for renditions of the Mega Man 7 soundtrack. Yeah, that utilize different instruments. Sega Genesis sounds, for instance, or for other video game soundtracks that have been redone with the Mega Man 7 instrument set. You might be surprised at how much of a difference it makes when you trade a cat for a real saxophone. I love all these deflection sound effects. They're a source of constant amusement. This is another stage where special weapons really have a chance to shine. It's raining death, hallelujah. When you talk about level design, you've got to consider the abilities of the character you're controlling, too. A brilliant level built for Sonic the Hedgehog, for example, might be terrible if you had to play through it as Mega Man. Not that those two franchises would ever come into contact with each other. Whee! You can judge a level on its own merits to a certain extent. Is there a good learning curve? What kind of variety is there? Do you fight ninjas? But without examining how the protagonist can interact with the level, you're really only going to get interrupted by bass. I mean, able to critique the concept. But I'll get back to that in a minute. Treble attack. I'm going to keep working on that. Ah, I see. So treble attack means let me wear you as a fashionable hat that sets me on fire. Great. The natural inclination would be to fight base adapter, but he's highly aggressive and definitely more mobile than you are, and that's how Mega Man gets his hair cut. Lasers. So, trying to imitate him is a probable mistake. Be strategic. This is a tall chamber, and the fans below give your jumping a boost, but you've got better control of the battlefield down here. Base is like a rambunctious child zooming around like that, and you should treat him as such. Stand off to the side, step out of the way when something comes flying at you, and when he tires himself out, bop him with a thunderbolt. I'm sorry, that's terrible parenting advice. You can also use Freeze Cracker. Fine, I'll finish him off with Super Adapter. It's not as elegant, it's not as safe, but it's fun. Who can deny fun? And if anyone knows fun, it's probably someone else. What did I do? Brush a fly off his nose? Circle back and hit him. There. Like a boomer armorang. Oh, I think I know what I want to do for Base's dialogue. Tell me what you think of this. Well, what do you think? It's sign language. With a Brooklyn accent. So I was saying, level design plus consideration of the hero's abilities equals more objective assessment of a level. Strictly in terms of construction, I'm not that fond of these fortress stages. Challenges tend to oscillate between having a single thing in front of you to deal with, and lots of things happening on all sides. The former gets dull pretty quickly, and the latter, not that latter, pretty quickly goes sour when you've got a floaty jump, a slow charge shot, and no direction you can fire but forward. From that perspective, these stages aren't that great. But when you consider everything at Mega Man's disposal, rush, beat, 8 other weapons, many of them with multiple functions, the proto-shield, oh, I love this part, not to mention W-tanks and the like, this fortress becomes a playground. From that perspective, the level design's very good, regardless of what anything looks like on the surface. There are great opportunities to put all of Mega Man's abilities to the test, such as jumping. And what good are your abilities if you've got nowhere to use them? Oh man, this next room is cramped even by Mega Man 7 standards. I think I'll pass. Yeah, I'll go back in. This is the room where you get to try out all the stuff that Dr. Light never bothered to tell you about your weapons. If you're having trouble with the flame pillars, one thing that might help is to watch the base of the pillars. Notice how the lights light up one at a time, almost like a loading bar before the flame goes off. Could be helpful in figuring out the timing. Oops, graphical boo-boo, check out the spikes directly to the left of the ladder. Don't quite match up. Boring room. Mega Man has always been influenced to some extent by Japanese pop culture. We've seen anime references in other games, so here we've got a monster movie reference. Anybody familiar with Gamera? Well, this is Gamerizer, because everything sounds cooler with Izer at the end of it. Unfortunately, he's a little tedious. He's not all that difficult once you get the hang of his attacks, so it's just rinse and repeat kind of a deal here. Baby turtles! You also need to explode. Between these cutelings, the baby dinosaurs in Slash Man's stage, the baby birds that swarmed me earlier in this game and in Mega Man 2 and 4, and the baby hardhats in Mega Man 5, I have never seen a robot army that relies so heavily on putting babies on the front lines. Gives new meaning to the word infantry. So this battle is sort of repetitive, and that's okay. I mean, it's like banging your head against the wall after a while. Just attack, and then jump, and then attack, and then jump, and then wait. Switch to some sort of weapon that's very powerful, so Junk Shield is good, or if you want to danger wrap the baby turtles and return them to their mama, or papa, or turtle lapa, Izer, you can do that, does extra damage. If you're using Wild Coil, keep your bounces low. I said low by holding the down button to make sure that you hit Gammarizer instead of, well, I hit Gammarizer, but not in the right place. Any rambling, take out the mini turtles quickly, keep your distance, you'll be fine. Just like I'm fine right now, apparently not hurt by the flames and can walk right through. Have I been standing 2 feet to the side this whole time? No wonder I didn't get hurt.
Explosions call for dance party!
Alright, maybe a song instead. Z-saber, you know the one I'm thinking of?
Gammarizer's really neat, made of robot turtle meat. We defeated Gammarizer.
Well, really, I did all the work.
I helped.
How?
I sang a song.
You know, I'm looking at this map, and I can't help but wonder, how much time would we have saved if we'd attacked the castle from the other side? I mean, it's the year 20XX. You'd think our GPS would have found a more direct route by now.